Evening peeps, evening, welcome back to the channel. What's going on? Can you hear me? Is my voice? Yes, mic's working. I've got all sorts of things going on. We sound a bit glitchy tonight. There's intros didn't seem to run too smoothly then, but hopefully everything goes all right. Hopefully it was just a little glitch in the matrix for those. But tonight we're back with round 4 of P1RCs, or P1 Race Community, their Red Bull Juniors League. So round 4 live from St Croix B. It is one of the longer circuits in the game. We've got a 10-minute qualifying, a 15-minute sprint race, followed by a 30-minute feature race. Top 7 is reversed in the feature race, and they do have to use both racing softs and mediums in that longer race as well. So that is the second race this evening. Again, they've got to get through the qualifying and the first race before that. So, points up until this point. I don't think we had points last week, or was that for the WTC? I forget. It's Mocking Weeks with 85.5 points, leading the way. Dizzy in second with 67 points. We've got Don in third with 58 points, 58.5. Let's not forget that half. Rob S in fourth, he's got 57 points. Fifth is AP Ammo with 56 points. Obi in sixth with 46 points. And seventh is Manny Af with 43.5 points. We've got P1 Apache with 42.5 points in eighth. Pilgrim in ninth with 41.5 points. 10th for Dylan, 34.5 points. Raffo 11th, 30.5 points. 12th for Skippy with 28 points. The Dodger on 23 points for 11th. 13th, and Ricky J 14th with 17 points. So they are in teams as well. They are paired up in teams, and you will see those out on track in a second. Team Blue leading the way with 127 points. Green with 113 points. Yellow with 101 points. We've got White with 90 points. Brown with 76.5 points. Orange with 60.5. And Red with 52.5 points. So that is points up until now, round 4. Let's see how they get on after these two races tonight. Merch still available, people. T-shirts and stickers. Hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com if you want any of those, or on the Facebook page, or in the chat, whichever it is. Right, let's have a look. We're in the room. Who've we got? I think we're still waiting for a driver or two. We've got Obi-Wan, we've got Raffo, that is Team Brown. We've got Manny for Team Orange. We've got Don for Team Green, Apache Team Yellow, Mockin in Team Blue, Skippy Team Red, Rob S in Team Green, Team Orange for Ricky J. The Dodger in White. Where's Ricky J gone? Oh, sorry, the Pilgrim in for Team Blue as well. Ricky J's just disappeared. Or he's not on track. There he is, Team Orange. And I think we're just waiting for... waiting for Diz, I think. I think we are. But while we wait for them, let's get ourselves on track and have a look at these cars and this circuit. Perfect timing. Quick lap with Manny Af. So across the start-finish line he goes. It is the St Croix B version, so we're turning right here at the end of the start-finish straight. You can go left there as well. Along this little bit of a straight. Mr. Hepburn, evening, brother. Manny on a Madden. Lee's got purple sectors. Paddy, the Bandit, is on the attack. Raffo is on the wine. Dizzy's confused as always. Yeah, he's so confused he's late. So we've gone through the first little few corners. We're going down the hill through the S's towards the bridge. Again, tricky section. This is a bit of a bobble on the way on and the way off the bridge. Dizzy's in the room, so we... Oh, that wasn't quite the line there, Manny. So all the way down the bridge then. Hard on the brakes into this 90-degree left-hander. Got to be careful not to smash into the Armico on the outside. Mockin's always chilled. Backing off the throttle through there as well. Looks like qualifying's getting underway then. So we'll have to stay. We'll stay with Manny. We'll get a lap. So for the first race, I can imagine everyone's on the soft tyre. It will be the fastest tyre. It will last the full 15 minutes as well. Monster Diz, don't be in the chat, mate. Be in the race. So into this left-hander at the top of the hill. Again, easy to spin it round just like Apache's done. Or catch that grass on the outside of that track. So running down the hill then, down into these S's before this bridge section again. A little tap of the brake on the way in. Just get this car under control as they come onto the bridge. Better this time from Manny. Didn't take out half the wall. Let me turn the sound on for you lot. There you go. You can hear these damn things now. You should remind me. Again, hard on the brakes into this 90 left. Easy to catch that Armico on the outside. Tricky right-hander coming up. Tightens on the way through. Just got to catch the apex, know when to put your power down. You don't want to go crashing into that wall on the outside on the left. So we're swinging right here, but there is an option to go straight on this circuit, one of the layouts. We're all starting to gather up then on this qualifying session. To the tricky part of the section. Big pile of S's to get through. Skippy getting a handful of oversteer through there. Just to gather it up though. So into these S's, couple of corners left. This is not the longest version of this circuit. Couple of left-handers down the hill then, just the 90 right to go then into the start-finish straight. Manny picks up. Who was that? That Skippy piled into the wall behind him. It was. So Manny then now on his fast lap. That was the out lap we were on board with. So let's have a look at the liveries while we're out and about, while they're on these hot laps. So Team Blue. Again, all the liveries almost identical, just slight variations in colour. Team Brown, another Team Blue for Pilgrim, Obi in Team Brown, Team Orange for Manny, Team Red for Skippy, Team Green for Rob S, Team Brown for Raffo, Team White for Dizzy Latecomer, Dodger also Team White, Ricky J for Team Brown, Apache Team Yellow, Don just coming in the pits, Team Green. Getting rid of those mediums. More choice in qualifying, I think. There you go, set softs on now. A little bit of time lost in this qualifying session for him then. Marking Weeks all out on his own in this qualifying session. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the benefit of a toe off anyone else, but he has got the advantage of not giving anybody else a toe either. Mocking Weeks connection looking strong. Obi still a little bit glitchy, I think. Pilgrim looking good as well. Let's stick with Mocking. He will be the first man to cross the line and start putting in those hot lap times. Round that final corner then. What have you got, Mockin? Oof, Obi. Skittering around. Puts in a 2-minute 12.6. Pilgrim's just come through for second, 2:12.8. He's just been pushed out by Rob S though. That's a 2:12.886. Pilgrim was a 8.96. So close. Pushes Obi down to fourth, then 2:12.971 for him. Dizzy 2:13.6, fifth at the minute. Skippy in sixth, 2:14.1. Excuse me. Raffo 8th, he's got a 2:14. Oh, just missed Apache, just come in there, slotted his way into 6th position, 2:14.0. Pushes Skippy down to 7th, Raffo down to 8th. Manny in 9th, then 2:17.1. Dodger in 10th with a 2:19.3. Ricky J, 2:25.6. Don on a 2:26.9. But again, was it you that came in for tyres or somebody else? But it is Mocking Weeks on pole at the minute. Only a 10-minute qualifier. Long laps here at St Croix as well. More purple sectors from Mockin. It's half a second up on his previous lap. Can he find any more time here? Using all of that track, Mockin. Still up, still purple. Just a corner to go then for Mockin. What's it going to be? Any quicker? Quarter of a second faster than anybody else out on circuit at the minute. Only looking to go quicker here then. Close to the wall. Oh, 3/4 of a second, 2:11.9 he puts in. Does he needs the toilet in the chat apparently? Obi also went quicker, 2:12.5, but just gets pipped by Manny for that second place, 2:12.3 for Manny, second for him. Options to get laps in here. We're only 7 minutes in. Obi. That was glitch combined with a little bit of loss of control. Apache's worked his way into second position then. 2:12.3 for Apache. He then slots himself into second position. Slowly running out of time here in this qualifying session. Yeah, Obi, you're very glitchy out of the all the drivers on track. You're the glitchiest. Rob S. Whoa, almost gathered it up. A little bit of front end damage to contend with now. That will repair itself. He slingshots himself back in the pits anyway. Yes, Monster Diz. Texting on the toilet. Oh my god. It's not what we want to hear, Diz. Just over a minute left in qualifying. It is still Mockin on pole. There should be a Dizzy right about there, but he's gone toilet, so he's not. There is the skipster. Man from down under. What's he going to put in? So they do get to fish. Oh, he's going to put it in the wall is what he's going to do. Just managed to keep it out of the wall, but no, he hasn't. got to be if he's texting. It's got to be if he's texting, Michael. Can't, well, must have big thumbs. So 20 seconds left of qualifying. They do get to finish any laps they're on, even after they've crossed the line. Fucking Spawn found more time here. 11, 5, 6, 7. So we're over the 10-minute mark. They do get to finish the laps they're on then. Let's just see what Mockin's going to do. Can he go any quicker here? Oof, not quite. He's a second down this lap. But he's a 3/4 of a second faster than anybody else out on circuit at the minute. Can anybody take this pole position off him? And he's still out on track. Obi's still giving it a go. Pilgrim's rolling around. He's out of the game. Don's done. Raffo's done. Skippy's done. Ricky J still out. Second down on his quickest time so far. Dodger's done. Dizzy's got to rejoin the lobby, I think. So it is going to be Mocking Weeks on pole. Unless anybody else can take him out in these next few minutes. Oh. Manny 2:11.6, but it looks like he's picked up a penalty or something for that. No, he's not 2:11.6. Yeah, it's gone in. Second place for you then. Obi's ended up in third position. Apache 4th, Rob S in 5th, Pilgrim 6th, Don 7th, Raffo 8th, Dizzy in 9th, Skippy 10th, Ricky J in 11th, unless he put an absolute blinding lap in here. He was a little bit slower when we saw his timing. Here's Dodger at the back at the minute. Just see what Ricky J puts in. Chaos on the start line as per usual with the P1 boys. J finds a gap through all there, but fortunately stays in 11th position. So that is your grid order. Weeks just falling out of shot there on pole. Raffo podium is being called out by Mr. Hepburn. He's in 8th at the minute. Qualifying results there then. Mocking first, Manny second, Obi in third, Apache 4th, Rob in 5th, Pilgrim 6th, Don 7th, Raffo 8th, Dizzy 9th, Skippy 10th, Ricky J in 11th, and the Dodger 12th. So a 15-minute sprint race coming up then. Racing softs, I would assume, are going to be used because they're the faster tyre and they will last for the whole race. Then we jump into second race of the evening, which is reverse grid for the top 7, and they do have to use 2 different compounds, the racing softs and the mediums. He's got good odds from 8th. Monster Diz, you've got toilet paper, that's good. Right. Race 1 just about to get underway then. These red lights to go on and drop. Here we go then. Let's see if they can all make it around the first few corners cleanly. They all get... Oh no, they don't all get away well. Pilgrim, oh my god, it's chaos at the back. Pilgrim with a late start, causing a couple of drivers to rear end him. We've got Dodger and Skippy just trying to get the car straight at the minute. And rear damage for Skippy as well. It will repair itself, but that puts him a long way back from the action at the minute. So into these first couple of corners, Mocking Weeks has managed to hold the lead. There's not calls for a restart on that one, to be honest. Oh, he finds a bit of time. He gets a bit squirrely on the run into the bridge, though. Catching far too much curve through there for Mocking. Manny staying with him, just half a second back at the minute. Obi sticking with him as well. Little bit of a gap back to Apache, 0.8 of a second. Similar gap back to Rob S in 5th as well. Don just half a second back, being hounded by Raffo, who has moved up a position into 7th. Podium on the cards then. Pilgrim 8th, getting shunted forward off the line. I think he'd fallen asleep. Dizzy in 9th, Ricky J 10th, Dodger now back up to speed, but 9 seconds down unfortunately. Very similar for Skippy, 7.6, car repaired but a long way back. Mocking had stretched his lead already to a second up front. Red Bull Juniors, oof, Obi still got a great big wobble on. Manny's got a bit of a wibble on as well. No, he hasn't. It's just the Obi camera upsetting everything. Well, it's hurting my eyes. Let's go back to Mocking Weeks. Oh, seeing your car shift around like that, it's breaking my eyeballs, Obi. Now pulling more of a lead than Mocking. 1.3 seconds as we end lap 1. He's on an absolute stormer here. Loves this track. Obi 2nd then. Manny still 3rd. Apache 4th, Rob S 5th, Don up into 6th, Rappo 7th, Pilgrim looking for that 7th off him though. Looking up the inside for Pilgs. Oh, contact. Pilgrim having a coming together with Raffo, nudges him off circuit. No love lost there though, no hanging about, he's just getting on with the race. Under threat though from Dizzy. Unfortunately, Raffo gets nudged down into 9th position now. Falling away from that podium position. Purple sectors though, as will everyone on lap 2. Ricky J not too far off the back of Raffo either. A little bit of glitching from Ricky J as well by the looks of it. Falling a little bit further back, 10.4 seconds. Skippy is closing him up though, 4.2 seconds gap, so he's made 3 seconds up on Dodger already. But look at this, 2 seconds up front. He's got a secret kind of NOS or something in that thing. 2.2 seconds just from the bridge down to here. Mocking is absolutely stomping this. He's gone weight reduction, or he's, I don't know what he's done. Removed aero. Who knows? Maybe he secretly went to the toilet when Dizzy did. Lost some weight. 2.1 second lead at the minute over this man Obi. Still being pressured by Team Orange Manny. A little bit further back as well, 1.4 seconds to that top 3. He's now under a little bit of threat from Rob S for that 4th position. He's managed to get that gap down to half a second, well within slipstream range. Don pretty close as well. Dizzy then getting that nudge off track in 7th. Now under threat. Sorry, it's Raffo that got nudged off track. Dizzy up into 7th. Pilgrim 8th. Raffo now right behind him. Is he going to repay the favour? In this corner. Sitting in 9th and Ricky J 10th, just 3 seconds back at the minute. Not doing too bad. Dodger 11.3 back, and now Skippy right on his rear end, 1.1 seconds back for the Australian. Little nibble of grass there as well. Was a bit dirty from Paddy, wasn't it? 2.4 second leads up front then. Mocking Weeks over Obi-Wan. Oh, he's now got a gap between himself and, oh, what's happened? Apache is now in 3rd position. Rob S in 4th. Don 5th. Manny 6th. What happened to you, Manny? Get it wrong onto the bridge, maybe? That then gives Obi clear track at the minute. Still 2.5 seconds behind this man. Under no threat from behind now. 3.5 seconds back to Apache. Just coming round that corner, being chased by those 3 cars. Don, Rob and Manny trying to get himself back up the field. Dizzy under threat here from Pilgrim as well. Trying to close that gap back up. So touted for a podium position tonight was Raffo. So maybe we're looking at race 2. Keeping himself in touch with Pilgrim and Diz though. Just Pilgrim piling that pressure on Dizzy into this final corner. Closes up then using the slipstream. Bit of bump drafting to help them close up on those drivers in front. A little bit of a nudge up the hill if they can get close enough. Not this time. It does look like they're closing it up onto the back of Manny a little bit. Keeping himself tucked under that rear wing then Pilgrim. Raffo now 0.7 of a second back. Ricky J has fallen back a little bit now as well. 7.9 seconds unfortunately for Ricky J. Skippy's got his way up into 11th, past Dodger then. Pulling great big chunks of time actually already. 3 seconds ahead of Dodger. Nobody able to get near this man. Mocking Weeks just on a stompathon at the minute in race 1. 2.6 seconds lead now. In comfortable lead for Mocking Weeks then. Obi in 2nd, still gaining time over these drivers behind. Apache 4.6 seconds behind. Rob S still right there with him. Oh, actually looking for positions here then Rob S. Let's get ourselves onto a little bit of this camp. A little tiny bit of glitching going around these corners. Loses a bit of time to Apache on the run down to this final corner. Gets a good exit out of there though. Time between himself and Apache coming down. I don't think it's close enough to come down before this first corner. No chance. Still got a little bit of a worry. He's got Don not too far behind him, and then in the background of that, whoa, we've got the Manny Dizzy fight. Manny's managed to slot his way through into 6th. Then Dizzy and Pilgrim. Obviously, that battle between them has allowed Raffo to squeeze his way back through the field. Not a great exit through there though. That's allowed Dizzy to come up around the outside of him. Who's going to get the run onto the bridge? It's going to be a tricky call through here. Manny holds it on the way in. Gains a little bit of time over Dizzy as well, enough to keep him out of danger on the bridge at least. But now 1.9 seconds behind that man in front, Don, driving for Team Green. Team Green or Team Yellow? I think it's Team Yellow. And again, Mocking Weeks has found something. 3.3 seconds over Obi-Wan now. 10.5 minutes in. Obi under absolutely no threat now. Again, pulling more time over Apache. 5.5 seconds that gap. He's still got worries of his own though. He's got Rob S and IU2 in different colours, and Don in close proximity to him. Again, Manny, Dizzy, Pilgrim, Raffo not too far back really. Manny then, that is the fight in front for 3rd, 4th and 5th. As you can see drivers weaving across track trying to drop the toe for those drivers in front. Oh, far too wide there for Manny. He's off the grass, he's backwards. It's all getting thrown in the bin then for Manny. Far too quick round turn 1. Gets himself back up to speed. A little bit of rear end damage to contend with. He has got a lot of time behind him, Ricky J. About 7 seconds back, 6 seconds back. Oh, a bit closer now. Manny's struggling then to get this car pointed in a straight line after that little incident. He's made a mistake somewhere. Only a 0.2 of a second mistake, but he's made a mistake nonetheless. He's actually lost a bit of time coming through there as well. 2.7 seconds the lead he's got currently. A little bit closer than for Obi, but 2.5 minutes remaining. It's only going to mean one more lap when they cross the line. Weeks has just been able to find that little bit of time throughout these laps. Keep himself in front of Obi. Tyre wear not looking too bad. A bit slower that lap. Tyre wear starting to slow him down a tiny bit. Again, Obi-Wan's in exactly the same position in terms of tyre wear. Fuel depletion identical as well, exactly half a tank on board for both drivers. So less than 2 minutes remaining. Mocking Weeks crosses the line to start his final lap then. He's actually got fastest lap of the race so far as well, with 2:11.8 for Mocking. Easily through turn 1. He's just got to negotiate the rest of these corners once more. A win on the cards for him. Rob Esten up into 3rd position, Apache 4th. P1 Don looking for that off him though. A little bit of an advantage up the inside here, but Apache's going to hold the inside line into this next corner. Who's got the minerals? Don can't run it round the outside through there. Still hot on his tail though as they come down towards the bridge. For 4th, hotting up. Dizzy not too far off the back of this fight either now. There is Don, there is Dizzy. A little bit of a gap back to Pilgrim in 7th. Raffo as well fallen back about almost 2 seconds. Manny all the way down in 9th now. Had a terrible race 1 tonight. Get back involved with this fight here. Dizzy definitely closing up on that battling pair. Properly involved in it now. Apache holds on to that 4th position, but for how much longer? So there are the chasing pair. Dizzy slots his way through up the inside of Don on the exit of the bridge. But that little battle has given Apache a tiny bit of breathing room. Half a second to play with as they run up this right-hander towards the top of the hill. Don having a little look up the inside. He's not been able to carry the speed. Dizzy will have the advantage into this next corner. It's looking like it's going to end like this in terms of positions. Mocking Weeks then through that final corner. He's just got to cross the line, which he gets around that corner cleanly, swings over to the pit wall, gives his crew a flash of the lights, and takes the win in race 1. Obi, good race, comes home in 2nd position. Rob S as well, 3rd, over the moon position for him. Podium points. Apache does take that 4th, just Dizzy takes 5th, Don 6th, all pretty much neck and neck. Pilgrim 7th, Raffo is going to come home in 8th, is he? Yes, he is. Manny's too far behind, so Raffo takes 8th, Manny takes 9th. Ricky J will take 10th. Skippy closing up on him as well by the end of this race. Ricky J takes 10th, then Skippy takes 11th. Backwards, and the Dodger comes home in 12th position. All about this man tonight, led from the start of the race. Well, it was all about that man until it shut me off. Ockin Weeks led from the start to finish, took pole position as well, and fastest lap. So there we go, race 1 done and dusted. Got let me get my words out. Got race 2 coming up in a few minutes time. It's a 30-minute feature race. The top 7 from race 1 are reverse grid, and they do have to use both racing mediums and racing softs in race 2, so it changes up the order a little bit. People have to think more about strategies, etc. So we'll see how everyone gets on. Anyone got a cure for epilepsy? Manny there. Just think maybe referencing Obi-Wan's glitter armour. So I can imagine being sat behind Obi, as Manny was for pretty much half of that race. I mean, it hurt my eyes just watching him for a minute or two. Imagine following him around a track, jumping around like that. Can't be good. Right, let's get ourselves in so we don't miss the start of this race. Team Brown, or Team Skidmark as they were affectionately known for one week. Not my doing. That's what somebody put in the scores on the official flyers and stuff, so that's what they were called. Yes, Obi, I'm not sure whether you need to work on connections or kick the rest of the family off the internet, chuck another hamster in the meter or something. Or maybe give the hamsters some Red Bull or other substances that make them work faster and harder. Dizzy probably out on track testing out the mediums. Let's have a look. Yep, out on the mediums, just giving them a razzle dazzle, seeing how much they'll take. Interesting to see what options people go for. Will they go for a set of softs to start with, try and drag themselves away from the maddening crowd, or, you know, I don't know, or will they go for a set of mediums? I suppose a lot of it depends on where they are on track. Dizzy, sneaky on the back straight. Practice starts. See a lot of drivers doing this, getting those little practice starts in. You're going to give me a different camera? No, you're not. Everybody then sitting patiently in the pits. Waiting for this second race to kick off. Don't forget to like and subscribe, people. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share it out and comment and tell your mates and your mums and stuff. All the things you're meant to be doing. Come on. Just gets him out. He's out on the soft tyre for stint 1. Don's out on the medium tyre for stint 1, unless he's just getting a lap or two of practice. Let's see if Raffo can get his podium this race then, Mr. Hepburn. Maybe not. Not while everyone's aiming for him, at least. Marking Weeks then, giving us the 1 minute shout. These two are trying to take each other out. Take a set of tyres out. We're trying to get as much damage as possible. Not sure what the official criteria is for this bit. Just general chaos and mayhem. Have some of that. Race 2 just about to get underway then. Here we go. So Pilgrim will lead us away. Again, top 7 reverse from race 1. Again, the lights go on. We wait for these to drop. Can they get a good start this time? Is Pilgrim awake for the start of race 2? Yes, he is. He's got the throttle down. Almost Dizzy into the back of him, but Don's had a great start. Dizzy's had a great start as well. Looks like Rob S scooting up the inside of Pilgrim there as well. Off the line then, Pilgrim pushed down to 5th position at the minute. Looking to come back though, getting around the outside of Rob S there on the run up the hill. We'll have the advantage into this next left-hander. Let's just see, does everyone make it through there cleanly? Oh, Raffo's off track. He's back on, no chaos just yet. Everybody pretty close together still. Right, so back up front, Don then leads. Managed to get that great start off the line. Dizzy as well, awesome start. Managed to squeeze his way all the way up into 2nd position. Apache into 3rd. Pilgrim right behind him though, looking for 3rd straight away. Looking to redeem that poor start. Side by side as they come off this bridge. Apache will have the advantage. Maybe looking for a different run on the way out. Oh, I can hear tyres squealing. Obi a little bit sideways. Rob S has ploughed into the wall. Someone else has caught up with him. Skippy. Rob S started off with a great run. Dropped himself to the back of the field. 11th. Skippy as well getting tangled up in that, so he now starts from the back again for the 2nd race tonight. A lot of work to do then. Not for Don. Don's trying to copy a Mocking Weeks from race 1. He's a 1.7 second lead already. Dizzy 2nd. Apache still just hanging on to this 3rd position by the skin of his teeth at the minute. S's. It's a great run for Paddy. He's not able to take advantage though. Not been able to find a space yet to get that Red Bull Junior around the outside of the yellow one. Oh, Side by side on the exit of the final turn. Pilgrim carrying the speed through there, gets his way into third. Then Apache has to handle fourth position unless he can outbrake. Where's he gone? Can't even see him. He's not even in the rearview mirror. Got to change the camera angle up. There he is. Oh, Pilgrim not getting a good run through that first corner then. Apache outbraking him, but that's the result. Oh, and Pilgrim's caught himself out as well. So the third and fourth place battle now ends up being a sixth and seventh place battle. Or does it? No, it doesn't. Manny's squeezed his way through there as well. That little bit of damage on board for Apache he's got to deal with. Will repair himself, but it will take a little bit of time. Pilgrim's gone far too deep onto the bridge as well. He then fires himself into the wall. Drops under the position, down to 8th. Slots himself in behind Apache. Not a great race for Pilgrim or Apache then. This Don has seen what Mocking Weeks has done. Thought, I'll have some of that. I like the idea of that great big lead. I'll have 2.8 seconds over Diz. So it's a medium tyre versus medium tyre battle. Diz also 3.1 seconds over Obi. Mocking Weeks in fourth under pressure from Raffo. Sandwiched by Team Brown at the minute is Mocking. Raffo trying to get up the inside. Mocking carrying the speed up the hill, also gets the move done on Obi-Wan as well. Great move. Oh, Obi digs a weird on the sand. Loses that position to his teammate Raffo as well. Raffo keeps himself bolted firmly on the back end of Mocking Week's rear end. Obi just coming off worse with that little dip onto the sand there. Into 5th, Manny 6th, Apache 7th. Pilgrim 8th, Rock S 9th, Ricky 10th, Skippy in 11th, and the Dodger 12th. Don finding more time here, 3.9 seconds. 4 seconds. Dizzy's got absolutely nothing for him at the minute. Good position, but not able to put any kind of threat up towards P1 Don, who's just finding more and more time here. Mocking Weeks up into third and chasing just 2 seconds behind Dizzy. Still got that team of Brown RBJs behind him. Onto the bridge we go. Raffo taking a different line onto the bridge there for Raffo. Closes up on Mocking. Is he going to be able to get the move done before they get to the end? Oh, he thought about it. Maybe they were just helping Mocking out with a bump drafting down this bridge. Close all these drivers up on Dizzy in front. That gap has come down to 1.5 seconds. So I think Raffo has just been helping Mocking Weeks out a little bit in this early stage of the race. Yep, definitely. Raffo definitely pushing Mocking Weeks along. Gap down to 1.2 seconds then, 1.1 seconds. As they come up to this right hand elbow. Is he starting to come under threat then? Don just chilling out really. 5.2 second lead. Lap 3 coming up to the start of lap 4, just, you know, chilling. Wow, here it is then, the battle for second is on then. Dizzy, half a second over Mocking Weeks. Let's get ourselves a little bit of this view, because then we can get a view on... that when it goes, the camera goes under things or something like that. Raffo keeping himself just in touch. Obi-Wan though has fallen off the back end of this fight. Raffo is just half a second back. Dizzy under all sorts of pressure as they run up the hill. Mocking Weeks slams the brakes on, drops that RBJ down the gears. Gets himself into second. Great move by Mocking. Raffo's managed to close the gap as well, and he's now looking at the inside of Dizzy. Dizzy really struggling here. Medium tyre on board for Mocking. Not sure what Raffo's on. Raffo's on the soft, so he'll be upset that he can't make those work and get past Mocking Weeks. Dizzy goes a little bit wide, drops him off the back of the fight here as well. Puts himself under more pressure from Obi-Wan in the distance. Gives his tyres a wiggle to try and clean them off. Raffo still not going for the move on Mocking Weeks yet. Again, will they just try and work together and try and close that 6-second gap down to Don in front? When does it become a chase for the lead? When does it become a race for the lead? That's the question. There is Don just heading right up the hill, getting 6.1 seconds. Mocking was the fastest in race 1. Let's see if he can do anything. Still got 21.5 minutes left of this one. Raffo keeping himself right there on those softs. They will start to wear out. Mocking Weeks is obviously quick on the mediums anyway. It'll be interesting to see what he can do when he's on the softs. It'll also be interesting to see what Don can do when he's on the softs. Speaking of which, he's lost a little bit of time here. 5.8 seconds. Mocking Weeks has found a bit of time. Well, there's been a tiny little mistake from Don in front. Well, that gap is coming down. Mocking Weeks is coming in the pits. He's getting rid of those mediums. Fill up with fuel and chuck a set of soft tyres on and try and run the last 20 minutes or so a set of soft tyres. So Don then 6.5 second lead on the mediums over Raffo on the softs. Obi all over the back end of Dizzy for this third position as well. Dizzy not the fastest in the RBJs tonight. Other drivers with medium tyres on, just seems to be struggling a little bit here. All sorts of pressure now from Obi on the bridge. Is Obi going to start working together with Dizzy to close the gaps up, or are they going to have a battle? Manny in 5th, 5.9 seconds down, under threat from Apache for that 5th position. Rob starting to make his way back through the field, as is Skippy up into 7th and 8th for the pair of those. Ricky J in 9th. Dodger's got his way up into 10th position. Mocking Weeks 11th after coming out of the pits then. Almost a full tank, fresh set of racing softs. Pilgrims followed him in, but then promptly smashed into the wall somewhere. His damage just repaired. He's gone for the same setup. Almost a full tank and a fresh set of racing softs. Sitting in 12th. Little mistake there from Don. The gap between himself and Raffo gone from 6.5 seconds to 5.2. Absolutely out on his own now, Raffo. 3.4 seconds behind him to Diz. Obi-Wan's fallen off the back end of him as well a little bit. Dizzy also comes into the pits, followed by Obi-Wan. Both of these drivers want to ditch that medium tyre. Raffo stayed out on that soft. Don stays out on his medium. Running into fuel, I think. He's got a couple of laps left. Oof. Time between himself and Raffo definitely coming down. The soft tyre starting to come into its own at the minute, but it won't last for too long. There you go, purple sector. Purple lap times as well, 2:12.1 for Raffo. That soft tyre definitely working. Didn't seem to be working too well against Mocking. Gap down to 4.3, visibly closer on circuit now, Don. Another purple sector here then from Raffo. Again, unfortunately, his next set of tyres is going to be a slower set of tyres. So he's trying to make the most of these softs as early as he can. He's absolutely stomping it, in fact. 3.3 seconds, the gap between himself and first. There is Don, just heading up towards this right-hand elbow. There is Raffo in the background. Plenty of life left in these half-worn softs then. He's almost out of fuel. I would expect to see him in at the end of this lap, as I would expect Don to be in at the end of this lap as well. I don't think either of them will brave out another lap on that fuel. They might, don't get me wrong. There we go. Still coming down. Raffo then closes the gap down to 2.7 seconds. Both drivers running out of fuel, running out of grip as well. And the rest of the field slowly starting to catch up with them. Apache chucks himself in the pits. Manny goes through then on his worn mediums. Weeks back up into 5th position then. That's Dodger and Skippy just entered the pits in the background. Mockinweek's then up to 4th position. 3 drivers in front of him, not stopped yet. He's 27.1 seconds behind. Let's have a look here. What are 233, 215s here? What we're looking at, about 25-30 seconds for pit stop. Close between Mockinweek's Don when they come out. Again, Mockin on that faster tyre and losing time. So Raffo starting to close that gap right down then, 1.8 seconds as they hit this long straight. The long straight on this circuit. Top 3 not stopped. Don, Raffo and Manny have yet to take on a set of tyres, and obviously the fact they're now pretty much out of fuel, they'll spend a little bit longer in the pit lane while they take on board that fuel. That could give Mockinweek's the lead again. Two up front, so Don hooks over to the right hand side, as does Raffo. Both drop themselves in the pits. I expect Manny to do the same thing. Oh, he's just picked himself up a half a second penalty as well. That's a shame. And he's not coming in the pits. Quite happy on those mediums, quite happy with that amount of fuel. Here comes Mockinweek's then on the softs. Oh, Raffo, sorry, Obi in the background. Oh, there are those 2 drivers just out in front of Mockinweek's. Don now on the softs. Raffo now on those medium tyres, but Mockin, tyres warmed up. He's got himself back up to full race pace. Let's see what he can do then from 4th position, 7.1 seconds down from race leader Manny, but Manny's not stopped yet. He's not taken on that final set of tyres. Again, Raffo should be short work for Mockinweek's. He's now on the medium tyre versus Mockin on the soft. Gap up 2.2 seconds. Oof, not anymore, it's down to 2 seconds already. Mockin just 6.7 seconds behind the race leader. What is he, about 4 seconds behind 2nd place Don. And he's got to lose that penalty and take a stop. out, carrying a 2.8 second lead at the minute, Manny. Don second, Raffo third, 2.4 seconds behind him. Mocking Weeks just a second behind Raffo. Closing up on that third place driver. Soft tyres on board for Mockin, medium tyres on board for Raffo. All over him as he comes down the hill. Raffo peels over. I think he knows Mockin Weeks is faster than him. Opens the door, just allows Mockin Weeks to go through then. And now he's on the hunt for who's going to be first place now. Manny comes into the pits. Mockin, 3.2 seconds. He's got to try and close up on Don in front. Don is now on that soft tyre as well. There he is. And his tyre's a couple of laps fresher than Mockin Weeks. Will that play a part later on in this race? Just 11 minutes remaining. Will Mockin Weeks' tyres last that long? Slowly bringing that time down towards Don in front. I don't think Raffo can do anything about that on those mediums now. And it might all come back to him at the end of the race, as his tyres will still have an awful lot of grip on compared to the softs that have done about 20 minutes. Obi-Wan as well, just sitting comfortably in fourth. 3.1 behind Raffo, also out on that soft tyre, should be able to close that gap up on Raffo as well. Raffo might have a battle on his hands for this third position. Dizzy in fifth then, 1.6 seconds down. Manny another 8.7 seconds down. In sixth position, we've got Apache 2.2 back in seventh. Rob S another 1.3 back in eighth. Skippy exactly 8 seconds back in 9th. Pilgrim 2.1 seconds back in 10th. Another 4.6 back to Ricky J in 11th, and the Dodger 12th, 10 seconds back. That gap between Mockin and thought that was Mockin going backwards for a second. It wasn't, it was Raffo. Medium tyres have caught up with him then. He's been trying to push the envelope, trying to keep these medium tyres ahead of the soft tyre drivers, and that is the result. Obi-Wan goes through into third, Dizzy goes through into fourth. Raffo gets back up to speed on those mediums. A little bit of front end to damage to contend with, but it will repair itself, as it does now. A little mistake from Raffo, it's a shame. Now, battle is definitely on here. Mockin Weeks just 1.5 seconds behind race leader Don. Look at the tyre wear difference though. Don's tyres hardly a spot on them. Mockin Weeks already starting to complain. Are they going to last another 9 minutes? Fastest lap of the race for Mockin, 2:11.950. Another purple sector as well. And still bringing that time down between himself and Don. Again, even if Mockin manages to get past, that Red Bull Junior is going to be an absolute handful at the 28-29 minute mark. Another purple sector from him though, gap down to less than a second. Again, even if he gets past Don might just be able to keep it in the slipstream. Just hang about until Mockin Weeks' tyres start to give out. Just 0.8 of a second in it then for the lead. Got his mirrors full of Dizzy for third as well. Raffo still not completely out of this fight yet, just 1.4 seconds back. And he kind of major collision damage, crash, spinning around on circuit could allow Raffo to retake the position here. Oh, catch Manny getting his Red Bull Junior for Team Orange sideways through that elbow. Gathers it up though. That allows Apache and Rob S to close up a little bit on him. Pilgrim just getting his RBJ sideways as well, sitting in 9th. A little bit of a race of his own at the minute. Oh, Ricky J is under threat from Skippy here. So, Skippy, have you made a mistake somewhere? I'm sure you were further up the field. Trying to get his way back into 10th in the minute past Ricky J. Ricky J not making it easy for him. Dodger 16 seconds down in 12th. Now then, when is this move going to come? Mocking Weeks all over the back end of Don as they head up the bridge. Just quarter of a second. Don putting his car in the middle of the circuit. Mocking had a little look up the inside. Absolutely bumper to bumper here for the 2 Red Bull Juniors. Out of that turn with half a second between them. So I think that's where Mocking Weeks is going to lose out on those faster, longer turns. Don will be able to keep the throttle on, accelerate a little bit earlier, brake a little bit later, that sort of thing going through these corners. Whereas Mocking Weeks is just going to have to start thinking about his braking points a little bit more with that extra tyre wear. Keeping himself right in touch with Don at the minute though. Nice tight line through there for Mocking Weeks. Going to be close enough to make a move here on this start-finish straight, well within that slipstream zone. It does close up a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough before turn 1. Again, just has a little nose out the right-hand side. And again, just there, you can see Don just pulling away a tiny little bit. Mocking Weeks having to back off the throttle, even if it's a quarter of a second longer than Don. Just gives Don that little bit of breathing room on these corners. Not through there though. Mocking Weeks just carrying the speed through. Again, Don holds the lead, running down towards the bridge. Less than 5 minutes remaining in this second race this evening. Again, Don, his car starting to get ever smaller again. 0.6 of a second. But no threat from behind those 7, nearly 8 seconds gap. Closes up a little bit under braking there, Mocking. Lines through this right-hander as well. Still half a second in it. Still getting the slipstream as well is Mocking. Close up again as they come into this elbow, but this is where Don seems to gain some time. I did on the previous lap anyway. Not this time. Mocking Weeks keeps himself planted right under that rear wing of Don in front. Again, that tighter line for Mocking Weeks just brings him almost neck and neck with Don on the run down to this final corner. Again, Don will have the advantage unless Mocking Weeks can sweep one up the inside on the exit. Oh, look how close they are now. Tell your mates, tell your mum, dark smoker, blam! And then Mocking Weeks with the advantage into turn 1. Gets that position off of Don. But as I said earlier, will Mocking Weeks' tyres hold out for the rest of this race? Don already looking to come back up the inside through that little sweep up the hill. Mocking Weeks still has the advantage into turn 2 and holds it. Now leads us onto the bridge. Nearly 28 minutes in, tyres starting to look pretty bad for Mocking. Again, Don keeping it right there with him. Might be happy to just stick behind Mocking Weeks, wait for that final lap. And then go for the overtake using the slipstream. If he can hang with him, 0.3 of a second in it at the minute. So they are going to see another lap after this one. Obi-Wan in 3rd position, but for how much longer? Dizzy is right behind him. Tyre wear looking way better on Dizzy's car than it is on Obi's. Just 0.3 of a second in it between these two as well. Can Dizzy get a podium position here? Raffo having a race all of his own. 7.6 seconds in front to Dizzy. 3 seconds back to Manny. Just over a second from Apache actually in 7th. Big gap back to Rob S. He's 9 seconds down in 8th. Pilgrim 9th, 20 seconds down almost, 19 seconds. Ricky J another 6.3 seconds back. Skippy still not managed to get past him. Skippy's got to hope he's got enough fuel on board. I don't think he has for another lap. He might not see another lap. Dodger then just round that corner onto the bridge. 19.6 seconds down. Here we go then, final lap. Mocking Weeks peels himself over to the right hand side of the circuit, trying to drop the toe for Don. He's given himself 0.2 of a second into turn 1. Don doesn't go for the overtake through there. Now looking for a way through. Mocking looks for the tighter line through here. Don, can he get on the inside? Not this time. Mocking Weeks then holds that lead. Oh, a bit squirrely coming out of turn 2. Keeps hold of it though. Down to the bridge. Very difficult to go for an overtake down here. It is possible, but you've got to be absolutely pinpoint accurate. The lead onto the bridge then. Can he hold it as he comes off? Just 0.3 of a second in it between them. Don closing up on Mocking. Is it going to be enough before the bridge? The end of the bridge? I don't think it is. Right, he's got an opportunity, Don, when he comes out of this right-hander. Keeps it tucked right under Mocking Weeks' rear wing. Might be able to make the run up the hill towards the elbow, but the gap has developed. 0.4 of a second. Mocking Weeks just veering a little bit again, just trying to drop that toe for Don. Doesn't want to make him allow him to make a lunge into this elbow running up the hill. A little bit too far back this time as well for Don. Closes up though. The S's and the final corner to go. Can Mocking Weeks hold on to it? Into the S's we go then. Again, difficult to overtake through here. Left, right, into this final left-hander down the hill. And it's looking good for Mocking Weeks. He's just got this 90-degree right-hander to go. Don is too far back to make a move into that and too far back to use the slipstream to get an overtake down this start-finish straight. So it is going to be Mocking Weeks that takes both wins tonight. First race and second race. Congratulations, Mr. Mocking. Don takes second. Dizzy takes third. He did manage to finally get past Obi-Wan then. Obi takes fourth position. Raffo's going to come home in fifth. That's almost a podium, Mr. Hepburn, isn't it? That's good enough. We'll count that. Raffo takes fifth then. Manny takes sixth. Apache takes seventh. Rob S will take eighth. Backwards. Pilgrim's already crossed the line in 9th. Skippy's crossed the line in 10th. Ricky J's crossed the line in 11th. And the Dodger has crossed the line in 12th. There we go. 2 wins in 2 races for Mocking Weeks. Team Blue. Maximum points tonight. That will definitely help out their championship. So there we go. Red Bull Juniors. Sprint race and a feature race is the options tonight. I'm not sure what it is next week. It could be sprint races again, same format. It could be endurance, which brings a whole new kettle of fish. So that's it for the Red Bulls for tonight. I am back on Thursday night at 9 o'clock for the WTC League with the P1 boys again. That's an awesome league. They've got catch up on strong. I think after a 40-minute race or whatever we had the other day, 2 20-minute races. Everybody was on the finish line apart from one driver at the end of the race because of that catch up. And don't get me wrong, it makes it a little bit chaotic, but it also makes for great viewing. So that is going to be Thursday at 9 o'clock. Again, I'm going to be returning Sunday night as well next week for the next round of this, round 5. So come and check that out. I'll keep you updated as and when any of the other leagues are starting, but as it is at the minute, nothing else. Still no word on the minis. I don't know what's happening on. Been trying to text Mr. Cutler. No idea what's going on. He's, not sure. But I know the boys in the mini chat want to get on with it. No worries, Don. Yeah, I know the boys in the mini chat are eager to get the league back going. So as and when I hear anything, I'll let you know. But yeah, that's it from me tonight. Back on Back on Thursday night 9 o'clock for the WTCs, and then back again Sunday night 9 o'clock for round 5 of the Red Bull Juniors. Other than that, people, I hope you like what you watched. If you have, give it a like, a comment, a subscribe. You know the game. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.